Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your love reading for September. This is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's see what spirit messages are there for Taurus for the month of September. First card, Imagination in Action. I like the color of that card. It says, your imagination is boundless. It's time to turn dreams into action. Okay, let's see where that goes. Let me take a couple more. Spirit, what messages do you have for Taurus for love for the month of September? Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. I just heard Jupiter again. Okay, this says, let yourself be surprised. If you make a point of not letting yourself be impressed, you may unknowingly deny yourself pleasant surprises. Okay, this appeared in the reverse though. Okay, so what this is saying is that this is a good thing. I feel in the reverse. You're very open to pleasant surprises. You're in a phase with imagination and action and the surprise card in reverse. You're in a phase where you are kind of open to everything that the universe wants to give you, wants to provide you. I feel like you're in a really positive mindset. You're not thinking or expecting the worst to happen, expecting anything negative to happen. The world is kind of your oyster, and you know that everything and anything is possible. So that's kind of nice. I like that energy for you, Taurus. Let's see, is there anything else? Any other messages for love? I'm going to take that one. These are too many. A new point of view. It says, what if fate had nothing to do with it? Sometimes the victim in us can't see the opportunities that lie ahead. I feel like you have changed your point of view, that there are opportunities. You may have been in a situation recently, or in a state of mind semi-recently, I should say, where in regards to love, you may just be dating, maybe getting out there on dating apps, and which are very difficult in my opinion. And maybe you felt that way as well, like, oh, there's nobody out there, I'm not going to find anybody, I'm going to be alone forever, blah, 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 blah. But something has made you change your mind about this already. I don't feel like this last card is saying that you need to change your outlook. I think you already have changed your outlook for the better. The poppies on this card, poppies are about remembrance. There may have been a past relationship or past situation or past experience. It doesn't even have to be a relationship. I think it was just a past dating experience or something like that that made you at some point kind of gun shy and a little negative about things. But something has shifted. Something has shifted your mindset and given you hope. So I think that's really positive. I like that. So let's go to tarot. Let's see what we've got. Judgment. There could be somebody from the past, actually, I'm getting, who is coming around again. I'm drawn back to these poppies. There could be somebody from the past who disappointed you in the past, or an experience that disappointed you in the past, and you're either planning to try it again, or this person is coming back. If it's excuse me, I'm trying to talk too fast. If it's a specific person, they're coming back from the past, and you may be pleasantly surprised about who this person is now and how they've changed, how they've grown up, how they've evolved, how they've transformed. Be open to them. They could surprise you. Give them a chance. but I really feel you're already in a position where you've like forgiven, if it's a specific person where you've forgiven them, you know, you may have had some communication already, the two of you, and you're in a position and at a point where you're open to revisiting this with them. This could be a friendship, this could be a, you know, a romantic relationship too, that was ended up being disappointing for you. Let me move my crystals a little bit. Sorry, should have done that earlier. But yeah, give them a chance. Make sure you give them a chance. I think you will. But I feel like there's a situation, an opportunity that's coming back around. All right, what else? 5 of Wands. You might have quite a few suitors. I know that, you know, nobody calls it that anymore, but this particular card, I always think suitors, you know, which really fits in with this deck I was using here. This is the Jane Austen Oracle, or Oracle Jane Austen, they call it. You may have quite a few suitors. You may have other people, I feel, around you right now who are competing for your attention, or other, oh, 10 of Cups is on the bottom of the deck. You could have family that's competing for your attention right now. You're trying to balance all that. You may have other opportunities in life, in work, all sorts of things that you're entertaining right now. You have other irons in the fire, other things that you have to attend to and have to deal with, and you have to kind of pick and choose what you put your energy towards, I'm feeling. And in that respect, if this is a person that comes around and you do have to kind of ignore them for a little bit, you know, they may feel some sort of way about it. But what I'm feeling is that you're not doing it on purpose. You're not doing it maliciously. You're doing it because you're busy. Because you're very busy. You have a lot of irons in the fire, a lot of things that you have to take care of, a lot of responsibilities. Or you have a very active social life. You're engaged in a lot of sports and outdoor activities, social activities with other people. That's just the way your life is right now. Let's see, what other messages? We've got 2. The Hermit and the Ace of Cups. Let me see, and our challenge is the 10 of Cups. I'm going to pull these cards now. What we don't see coming is the 8 of Swords. That's interesting. Let me think about these for a little bit. Now, for some of you, what I was saying earlier about you having a more positive mindset right now about new experiences and new opportunities, that applies for some of you. For another group of you, what I'm getting is that, for this group of you could be the person who has a specific person, who has a specific person coming back around. Again, they're coming back around with the Judgment card. You're really busy with other things, to the point where, and it could be your family with the challenge. It could be family dynamics, things that you have to take care of. Maybe you have children. Maybe you have parents who need help and children. Maybe you have a lot of pets who require your attention. Maybe, normally I would get this with the 10 of Pentacles, but it could be your house that you have a lot of things going on in your house or with your house that need to be done. Home deck projects, repairs, and it's work, but these are all things that do give you joy. They do give you joy, they do give you happiness, and they are things that you do alone with the Hermit card. Am I holding these the right way? No, I'm not. They are things that give you joy. And it's a solitary joy. It's a solitary joy. But what the warning here is that, where did I put the 10 of, that goes there. What the warning here is, with what we don't see coming, I feel, with the 8 of Swords, is that in doing all of what you're doing alone, balancing all of what you're balancing right now, you could be shooting yourself in the foot and kind of isolating yourself a little more than you should. There's a difference between the hermit's isolation of himself or herself and the 8 of Swords' isolation of him or herself. The hermit is taking care of him or herself, doing things that make them happy, learning things. They get a great deal of joy from learning and discovery. They choose to be alone, not out of fear, but just because there are other things that they want to do that are competing. They have other competing interests. However, you can get a little too comfortable in that energy. You can get a little too comfortable maybe in your house and being alone. Or you could end up ignoring this call that's coming through. It could be a call, it could be a text, it could be somebody showing up on your doorstep. So your isolation could end up becoming a cage. I think I'm sorry, my stomach is making noises, and I just saw that get picked up on the microphone, so I really apologize for that. I don't really know what's going on. I'm going to have to take a break and eat something pretty soon, and maybe take a little bit of a walk or something. But yeah, you could end up self-isolating without even realizing it, I think. In the traditional tarot deck, this 8 of Swords shows a woman surrounded by 8 swords that are all, stuck into the ground, point down, and she's blindfolded. She doesn't see that she's stuck. She thinks she's stuck. She doesn't see that she has a way out. And in this particular instance, I would say that she doesn't even see that she's stuck. She's not even really aware that she's stuck, because in this reading, you're kind of living your best life, which is good. That is good. That is good, but it's kind of to the exclusion of everybody else and to the detriment of yourself. So that's only for some of you. That's not for all of you Taurian people out there, but for some of you this is the case. All right. Put that over there. Let's see. We are at 13 minutes, give or take. Let's see. Are there any other messages for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus regarding love? What else can you tell me about this person who's coming back around in the Judgment card? I want to know more about that. What else can you tell me about this person who's coming back around in the Judgment card? No. Okay. Those 2 cards. Time for a nap and chop wood. I can relate to those quite a bit. The chop wood card is about doing the work that you have to do. Cleaning your stove, waxing your floors, vacuuming, taking the trash out, washing the dishes, weeding the yard, whatever you have to do to maintain your house, brushing your teeth, combing your hair, washing your hair, whatever you have to do to maintain yourself, to take care of yourself, take care of your house, take care of your family, whatever the case may be. Again, competing energies that you're dealing with in your home or in your environment. Things that make you happy, things that you may not like doing them, but the outcome is good. But it is a lot of work and it wears you out with the time for a nap card. So Spirit is really hammering that home, that there is a lot of stuff for you to do. And there's nothing wrong with that. You take joy out of it. It may be a lot to the point where you need to rest and regenerate, and that's okay. Exchanging gifts, but on the flip side, though, you have gifts and things that need to be shared with others, and others have things to share with you. There are people who you don't have to do everything alone. You may like to do things alone, you may want to do things alone, but it's okay to have help. It's okay to have somebody carry a bag of dirt for you from your backyard to your front yard to help you out with some yard work. That's perfectly fine, you know. Save you some back pain and some trouble. If this person may come back around, on the bottom of the deck is yin energy. This is feminine energy, being receptive energy, being open and available to assistance, to help. I feel like this, if this is a person who's coming back around to you, they, like I said before, for those of you that this resonates with, give them a chance. Don't, if they may offer to help you in some sort of substantive way, and I don't have the card here about help, but I do have chop wood and exchanging gifts. They know the things and are aware of the things that are important to you, and in order to kind of reconnect with you, they may offer to help with some things that you need to do. They may offer to visit your grandparents or something if they know your grandparents and you're close, and you were close like that at one point. They may ask after them, how are they doing? They may offer to help you with something at home. Accept their help. Accept their help. It is coming from a good place with the exchanging. No, that one. My camera is backwards, so I'm seeing everything in a kind of a mirror image. So I'm having a hard time differentiating different left and right and all that when I have my camera on, so I'm sorry, guys. With the exchanging gift cards, I feel like that's coming from the right place. This is somebody that Spirit has sent to you to help you. Spirit is pairing and partnering with you to assist you, and the way they are assisting you is bringing this person back around to say, hey, you don't have to do all these things alone. You don't have to do all these things alone. You can accept help. It'll make things easier for you. They want your life to be easier. They want you to have the help that you need. Okay, let me ask one more question or take one more card. What can you tell me about this? What else can you tell me about this person who's coming back around into Taurus's life? Who's returning to Taurus's life? What else can you tell me about them? Okay, I got too many cards. Put both those back in, but I will take this one. And it's round and round. I feel like this is somebody who is, you have a karmic relationship with this person. They've been in your life before. You've been together in other lifetimes. I feel like by coming back to exchange gifts to help you with something, they've done this in other lifetimes, or you've done this for them, but this is part of their karmic lesson. This is part of their, not fixing their karma. There's a word that I'm looking for that I can't think of. Rectifying, if you will, rectifying their karma with you. It's part of their life path. So again, if a person who used to be a part of your life, who you fell out with, or you stopped dating, or whatever the case may be. This could even be a parent, quite frankly. A parent that you had issues with, or another family member that you had issues with, who felt like a parent, and you stopped talking to them, or they stopped talking to you. if they come back around. This is part of them rectifying their karma. Allow them to do that. It's important that they do rectify their karma. If they come around, they want to help you with something. I'm taking advice from this reading myself, with a number of people in my life. If they want to help you with something, let them help you. You don't have to do it alone. You don't have to do anything alone. It's not meant for you to do that in this lifetime. This person needs to take care of their karma. They want to. They're willing to. So please let them. Don't shut yourself out from them and deny them the opportunity. Okay. Even if you feel kind of weird about them, kind of salty about them, whatever, allow them to try. Allow them to try to be different. Take the opportunity to help them. Okay. All right, Taurus. That was kind of an odd reading. Went in a roundabout way, but if you're still with me, thanks very much for stopping by and spending some time with me. I hope this is helpful. If you like my reading, if you like my style, and you want to book a private reading with me, all of my information is about contacting me is in the description box below. And I will talk to you soon. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.